Hello and welcome back to another tutorial. In this tutorial we're going to do UV mapping. It was going to be the control panel first, but just to be safe it's better to do UV mapping before. So let's start off with the head. So what we're going to do is go to modifier list. Press M or go into the material editor and assign a material to the head. So just select the head, press the third button over, assign material to selection, and turn on show shade material in viewport, which is the fourth from the right. So turn that on and turn two-sided on just in case. So go to the diffuse and add the villager texture, which I will leave in the description. I'm going to use the farmer. I've already removed the eyes and the mouth from the texture, so you won't have to worry about that. So as you can see, it's all on all sides, so we just need to fix that. So for starters, let's quickly do something. Go into element, so select the head, go into element and select all the eyelids and the teeth, because we'll do those afterwards. So hide the have them selected, and under edit geometry at the bottom there should be hide selected, so hide those. And while you're there, select go into the faces selection, which is the polygon one, it's the flat 2D square, and select the two eye sockets, just the back two faces. Actually select everything, and under polygon material ID, set ID to 1, and then reselect the eye, the two faces in the eyes, and set them to 2. And do the same for the back of the throat, back of the mouth, and set that to 3 instead. So what you're going to want to do when you've done that is go back into the material, so I have to just go out of that, toggle the 2D thing, and go to parent, which if you're still on the bitmap, go to parent, which is the second button from the right. So back up from that, and click the standard button, click that, and use a multi/sub object. So select that. When it says replace material, keep old material as submaterial. So now you get all these different ID numbers up to 10. I'm going to set this just to 3. So just click on the set number and change it to 3. We just changed the material IDs to 1, 2, and 3. So whatever you have in that certain material ID is going to have a different material, which is a very good use of it. So just click on the known and just add a standard material, which you can do for both. You can copy over or just press on known again. Make sure it's not instance. And then for the eyes, make them white. It's better than using the material itself to patch over it, because sometimes not all materials are going to have a white spot somewhere. And for the mouth, just make it black. Which, did I set that correctly? And I set that to 2 by accident, but make sure it's 3. So the mouth is material ID 3. So there you go. There's the eyes and the mouth sorted. So now we just have the texturing for the head. So to do this, go to modify list, unwrap UVW, and okay, and what you're going to want to do is start off with the make sure select by is the ignore back facing is off, and just using the faces selection one, select all of them. If you don't have this red overlay, press F2. You may want to, or you may not, so just toggle it off and on if you want. And we're just going to start off with the all the faces except for the front. We're going to leave those for the moment. When you've done that, open the UV editor. And then go to Mapping, Flatten Mapping, and press OK. And in the drop down box, choose the material that's connected. So you may want the template. I'll leave the template in, but to be honest, it's quite obvious which ones are needed. So pretty much just select them. If you can't select them in the material editor, select them in the viewport. Make sure snap grid is on, which is in the corner. With that on, it will make it much easier. So as you can see, we've got this one selected. And use freeform mode and just move it into position. Zoom in. So just do that for everything. Press F2 if you want to see the view properly. You may want to go and I am unshaded. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this bit. You may need to invert them if it doesn't look right, but I can't tell from here. I haven't got a picture up, but it looks fine. So just do that for all of them. Yeah, the template will be in my description if you need it, but very simple. And make sure you do the back. Just use two of the corners, the one on the bottom right and the top left. You won't have to bother with the other two to get in the correct location. So there you go, you got all the back done. If you're rendering out right now to check it out, probably won't see any blurring because it's quite high resolution skin because I resized it. But in case you do, go to render setup, which is under rendering. Oh, let me quickly go to scanline render. This is what default render is. Go to renderer, should be right beside common, and under anti-aliasing change untick filter maps because we don't need that. So just unfilter that, untick that, and that's pretty much it. So after you've done that, convert to editable poly, so right click and convert to editable poly. And then modifier list, add another unwrap UVW. Okay, so select the front. Select everything in the front, so the lids at the side as well, including the ones inside the mouth, the sides, except for the back parts of them. And then I'm going to open UV editor and flatten mapping. Actually, one second, let me double check actually. Yeah, just flatten mapping. And map. Choose the map to the correct location. And pretty much you just need to, for all the ones at the side, the flaps at the side, like this one here, pretty much you just need to put it where the color is. It's wouldn't really need much of a proper matching. So just rotate this, the big one, 190 degrees. Make sure you got the snap on. Just resize it. Go in there perfectly. look alright. Don't know why it's looking a bit weird there. Anyway, so yeah, just take all the. Where's that? So you just take all the little flaps and just. So holding control, you can select more than one. And after you've got those selected, just resize them really small because I'm just going to put them and put them here. So you're not really going to notice any change in the skin. So after you've done that, again convert to laser poly, go into element and unhide all. As you can see, we now have, oh yeah, for the teeth, so select the teeth because I forgot all about the teeth. You may want to go back into the multi-sub and change it to 4, and we're going to set the ID for the material for the teeth to 4. So just select the element, both of the object teeth that we created in the last tutorial, and just set them to 4. So now you can go into that new material we just made and turn them to white. You could use the ones for the eye sockets, but you may want to change the color of the eye sockets or the teeth at one point separately. So that should be done. So now that, reselect the head and go to Unwrap UVW, select the eyelids now, and open UV editor and flatten mapping. So just resize those. Make sure you got the magnet thing on, snap. And we should be able to just put them actually right in the middle of the eyelids, of the holes in the texture like that. It should look normal. Hopefully, get the other two, unless they're really far apart. Stay on. Color on. Shouldn't matter much. And just line those up. And turn off map scenes if you want to look what it looks like without them. That's looking alright. You may want to change it so it's only just one colour instead of having this little patch of block there. So that's pretty much it for that. Looking pretty good. If we convert to poly again, can just move the eyelid up to see. Looking alright. Turned on. Yeah, that's looking alright. Not sure why this is a bit diagonal though, but it's not really that noticeable. Then you're going to want to select the mouth and again, we're gonna need to add textures. Just add the one that's already on there. So for now, because I'm because there's a way of fixing. Because in the old tutorial, if you ever got around to finishing it, you'd notice that it was stretching when you moved the mouth around. I figured out how to fix that. I'm not sure if I should show that later or just do it now. Do it again then. I'll do it now. So just add the texture and go to Unwrap UVW again and select all the faces. Should be all of them. Then go and flatten mapping. And then we gotta match it up. Which ain't gonna be easy. So get as well as you think it can be. You may want to quickly move or hide the hide the nose. So just right click on the nose and hide selected. So yeah, you may want to turn off map seams. Okay. Position this. So yeah, position that where you think it should be. You may have to do some tweaking. But you should get it pretty spot on. Nearly. Just a coincidence, there's nothing really much over the mouse, so stretching it isn't going to really matter much. Still do it later. So now just for the eyebrow, which I don't. Oh, and the nose. We'll do the nose. So unhide all. So the only thing that's hidden is the nose. Apply the texture. You need to convert it to edit poly. Go into element and just select the nose and set the ID to 1. And go back out of that. Go to Unwrap UVW and select them all. So turn off not back facing. Select, whoops. Make sure you're in polygon. And then go to Open UV Editor. Flatten mapping. Go into the skin and just map it as you would. So yeah. Completely confused myself. So yeah, you may want to use the template to get the right colors for which bit it's supposed to be on. But I'll just leave it like this. For now, you may want to double check. I think the template will have properly. You may want to. You probably don't need to rotate it because it is only one solid color, so it doesn't matter. It's just apple this. course, you could not do this UV mapping and just make it one solid color if you wanted to. Which probably would have been faster. So yeah, after you've done that, it should look normal when you render it. Yep. So that's that. Now for the eyebrow, instead of doing texturing for that with the UV mapping on it, it doesn't seem like worth it. So just use the multi-sub again. So set the number to 5, and with the eyebrow selected, set that to 5. The material ID using element, because then it's just selecting the entire object, and then just change that color to what you think it is. You may want to go and render it over and over again to make sure you get it right, because viewport may look different from the actual. Also, make sure you actually assign the material, and then just tweak the color. It's got to be a brown color. So just tweak that until you think you've got the right one. I think that'll do. So I think that we'll leave it there, because yeah. So there you go. UV mapping for the whole head is complete now. We might do the UV mapping for the body when we get there, but we'll see. So next, we'll definitely be doing the control panel and all that. It won't be exactly the same as the other microphone. I've figured out a better way for the mouth, and also the whole stretching texture thing, which won't really be used here, possibly. So anyway, that's pretty much it for this tutorial. So thank you for watching, and if you liked it, like it, share it. If you didn't like it, dislike it. So thank you for watching.